Brandon, what's the time been like with the week off and prepping for this series as the season's winding down? What are practices like and the mood around the team?
Practice at a very high pace. I think it's just mostly excitement. Especially when you got something to play for like this weekend. But it's playoff hockey from here on out, and with the way our season's been going so far, we're planning for a good run for us, and we could feel it between us, and we're feeling really good. I thought the week off actually was not that bad. Obviously, wish we could play, but it was a good time to get some team bonding going, and it was good.
What's team bonding like during the pandemic right now for you guys?
Well, our team tests every day, so it's probably no brainer for us to just hang out with each other. So it's mostly that. We had some card games going, some movies. It's pretty just, we're in our tight little circle right now. There's not much going on besides just each other, which is honestly a pretty good thing. I think it builds more of that camaraderie that you need. So it's been good.
Brandon, last year the league title came down to the final weekend. You guys weren't quite able to pick it up. Does that add fuel to this year?
100%. I think it's we have most of our team back too. We got 4 freshmen on our team this year. So we don't have too many new faces to understand what's at stake and what happened last year. So it's definitely adds fuel, and we're definitely going to be going, and it's going to be really, really fun weekend for us.
Do you resist the urge to scoreboard watch at all? It's a situation where you guys control your own destiny.
We for sure control it. We just got to go and do it. It's not, we can't really continue to keep talking, thinking about it. I think everyone just wants to go do it and play. And, I think that's the beauty of the sport.
Thank you.
Your coach had mentioned that 90% of the focus is on what you do. Where do you think that focus is mainly for your team going into this weekend?
I think it's just preparation. I think, coach has done a really good job to make sure that it's on us, and it's, he can coach, he can do all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's on the players, and, the players got to come up and get ready to play. And, it's on our leadership group, it's on the upperclassmen, and it's, it goes down the line to the lowerclassmen it's going to be a fun weekend, and it's exciting stuff. It's playoff hockey. Not much to be said.
Brandon, a lot was made when these teams played in Ann Arbor about the 3 Gopher defensemen that were missing. You were also watching that one from the press box. What do you remember about seeing Michigan from up top, and what do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, they got some players that I played against with, for 3 years now, so I know how they play the game, and they're a very skilled team. I think even those upperclassmen are skilled, and they serve a really good purpose on that team. And obviously their scoring comes from that freshman group, and they're unbelievable hockey players. But at the same time, we know what we have on our end, and that's depth, and it's speed, and when we have everything going, we're playing the right way. I mean, we're really tough team to play against too. So I'm very excited to see where it goes this weekend.
And then McLaughlin and Perbix said they were hoping to get everybody out ice fishing during the break. That didn't happen, huh?
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Couldn't get everyone on board with that one, but yeah.
Next year's kind of up in the air. We've talked about that a little bit, but on paper at least, this might be your last weekend at the rink here. What are your thoughts about just playing at 3M for the last 4 years, and the end of that potentially?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk about it too much. I mean, I know it's going to be emotional when the time comes, and when that last buzzer goes off, whenever that might be, but when I look back on what happened the last 4 years, and it's just, I chose to come here for a reason, and I have absolutely no regrets. It's been by far the best 4 years of my life. And, the best part about it is that it's, we could for sure, go off and do something special this year. It's my final year. So, I think it's not just meaningful for me, but the rest of the seniors. And, we couldn't be more happier to be a part of this team this year and to see what we can do this year.
Your coach has said that the trophy that they give out in April is the one that you truly play for. But with all of that said, what would a Big Ten title mean to you and to this team?
I think it means a lot. I think it's just one step of the end goal, and that we have to conquer that step for sure. I don't think it's going to be. There's not one thought in any of our minds right now of not winning a Big Ten championship. So, we got to have that mindset, and it's banner season right now, as Coach Motzko said, and it couldn't be more right about it. We got a regular season championship on the line, a conference championship on the line after that, and then obviously the NCAA. So, there's a lot going on in the next month. So, it's all excitement. Like it's playoff hockey, and it's the best time of the year.
Thank you.
Hey, Brandon, a couple of questions ago, you mentioned that since there's only a few freshmen, they don't have to deal with that much in terms of getting some of the newer things down, like playing this late in the season. But your sophomores are freshmen in that regard as well this year because of the circumstances. They haven't played down the stretch in March. Is there anything that they kind of need to know or look for from the senior leadership group that you guys have been imparting on them as we begin this month?
I mean, I think our freshmen, Brock Faber and Nevers and Kester. I think they're automatically just they're just genetically they know how to get ready for the game and prepare themselves, and they're huge parts of our team this year. I think as upperclassmen, I think they understand what's at stake, but they know how to prepare for a game, especially playoff hockey. I mean, Faber, he just won a World Juniors. He knows how to play in hard, tough circumstances like we're in right now. And, I think it's all of us. It's not just one person that's going to go down. It's all of us that's going to go down. It's not one person going to win. It's all of us going to win. So I think it's just a team thing. And if one person's not going, we got to make sure he's going. And, it's just it goes on from there. So I'm not worried about them. I think they're going to be absolutely ready to go. And, we up as upperclassmen, we definitely got to lead the way and show the right example. So, they can just follow along and, just let the go for hockey, let us play, go for hockey and let it go from there.
If one of those freshmen did ask you for some experience, thoughts on college hockey and coming down the stretch, what would you share with them as you prep for this last regular season weekend?
Yeah, I think it's it's faster pace. I think the adrenaline is more enthusiastic. It's a war out there. It's fun to be a part of. I think it's not that hard to get ready for, but the hard part is to keep up with that and to set yourself up for better success and that than the opponent. It's a little different this year without fans, so the fans obviously excite us a little bit more. And I know last year we played Michigan, we had that big crowd, and it's awesome. It's what we play for. It's what us hockey players love to do. But this year the tough part about it is we have to bring our own energy. I think I was joking a little bit about I think it was Purbits this week. It's crazy if you don't bring your own energy, because that you literally need to bring your own energy. You got to pack your energy, because that's what's gonna set yourself up. When someone blocks a shot, you're the one on the boards, banging on the boards. There's no fans you can hear that are screaming for you, and so that's gonna be definitely a huge point of emphasis for us too.
A family coming this week, Brandon?
Yeah, I got my two brothers. Yeah, my two brothers and my mom and dad. So first time they're all going to be there together, so it's gonna be fun.
A little bit better weather for them too than maybe a couple of weeks ago, huh?
Yeah, I got a text from my brother actually this week when he found out it's going to be 35 or something like that, 40 this week, and said he's going to bring his shorts to heat wave. So from what we've had the last couple of weeks. So yeah, they're not coming too bad. They'll be fine.
Thank you.
Bob, you mentioned on your coaches show that you were 90% focused on your own team coming into the series. Where do you want to put most of your energy right now as a coaching staff heading into the last weekend of the regular season?
Well, we're kind of the final touches of that we all go through in the final. You don't have many practices left. Like we put it on the board that we for sure have 3 Tuesday practices left, or now we're down to 2, I believe, when you count it. So we just want to be very quick and very efficient in our detail to our game. It's that time of year you can't, you're taking miles off their legs. So we're being very quick in the detail to our game, spending a little extra time on special teams this week because we haven't played in 2 weeks. And it's all about having our energy and our legs and get ready to roll.
When your special teams are working for you on the power play, what do you think fans would see?
Well, what do I want them to see? What are these?
What's going to put your mind at ease when you see them on the man advantage this weekend?
We've been off on our power play the last month, let's say, and I just haven't liked our puck movement. I want to see a little better puck movement, tape to tape, connect the dots quicker. What happens when you start to force the issue and you're pressing, then you kind of put yourself in trouble, and we slow it down. So I'm just kind of rambling. When we start to slow it down and look for pretty plays, it doesn't. And you do that when you're thinking, when you're not in the groove. And so we're just really trying to get good, crisp puck movement back, tape to tape, underhandling the puck. And we want to be taking shots, and we passed up some shots as well.
Bob, you worked with Don Lucia for part of the 2000s, and you coached against him for part of the 2000s. He was named the WCHA Coach of the Decade. A fitting honor for him, and with your history with him.
Well, there's no question. That you think of that. I don't know how many banners he won when he was here, but counting the national championships and league championships and playoffs, it's a whole pile of them. And Don won everywhere he ever. It started at Colorado College. He really started in Alaska, where he became a great recruiter. Carried into Colorado College, where they won 4 straight championships, hired here, continued it here. He's one of the legendary coaches of all time. And history is going to be very, very kind to Don Lucia on the success he had.
And then, it's said that at this time of the year, nobody's fully healthy. With that in mind, how much did having 10, 12 days off without a game mean to your team, just from a mental and physical standpoint?
Well, we are fully healthy, and so there I'm going to change. I can't. We had a bye, like it got thrown at us, so we had no choice, and we also had to use it and you can actually unplug for a week, because there is a mental grind. We were going through one where we hadn't been off since the holidays. So I hope that it proves out that it was really the last recharge for us, and we get, you're going to be a tad rusty when you get started again, but I hope we can shake it off quick and get back at it and I'm glad we're playing Michigan. They're an explosive hockey team. They play up and down the rink. They've got speed. They're strong in all areas of their game. And I'm really excited that we're playing a series like this right now.
Bob, you have a chance to win a banner this weekend. What would that mean to you and your program?
Well, we have to win Friday night. And so that's all I know, is we have to win one game to set it up. And that's really what our concentration is. And I can tell you from history is we only talked about the league championship I only talk about in the last 2 weeks if you're in the hunt for it, because it really, this is banner season. We do talk right now. Every week you play for a banner. You got league championship, playoff championship, region banner. You got NCAA, and that's that pageantry. And you don't want to go on this roller coaster either way. If you win it, you don't want to get too high, and if you lose it, because there's one banner we want to hang. So, I think it'd be great to hang it. I'll be honest, I'd like to, but there's one that we really want to hang, and I want it. And history has taught, me, and I think coaches that have been around, sometimes you get caught up in all this college hockey pageantry. It's like, who won what's the NHL President's Cup? Who won it 3 years ago? Who won it 4 years ago? Like, you don't, I suppose it was Tampa Bay, you would guess. It's great for our fans. It's great accomplishment, but we got a bigger one we're chasing. So we're going to go for it. I can tell you that, Randy. But we got to win Friday night to give ourselves a chance for it. And the great thing, we control our own destiny. A lot of times you're always watching scoreboards and you need help. We control it ourselves. So that's what we like.
So Bob, you control your own destiny coming down the stretch, but we don't have the pairwise like we've had in the past. You've got some colleagues like Jeff Jackson and Brett Larson who are advising what's going to happen here in a couple of weeks. Do you get any insights from them on the process, or do you give them any notes for what they should take into those meetings?
Yeah, we've talked we've had our league has talked with Jeff on there. Want to know if there's anything we could send back. And I've said all along, picking the 16, like, I'm just spitballing. I think 12 are going to be pretty easy to pick. They're going to have their hands full at the other 4 but they'll get it right. Someone's going to be mad, but I don't think it's going to be that, they're going to get it right, but someone's going to be upset. And we just had to make sure we put ourselves in best position where, we didn't give them an option. And I think we've done that. And I learned a long time ago, seedings we all know now. You look back the last handful of years, 1 seeds, 4 seeds. You got to get in and be playing your best hockey, because there is no advantage from that standpoint. But one thing we have talked about is that's a tad concerning is, and I don't, they've made the comment, travel is going to go into it. Well, as of now, there's no Colorado team in it. You got to send 4 teams to Colorado, but they're saying travel's going to be a determining factor in setting up your brackets. Well, you got one bracket, you got to send 4 teams on an airplane to. So it's not going to work. So I hope they have bracket integrity all the way through. But once again, I'm not going to waste a whole lot more time over it. We just got to make sure we're playing our best hockey when we go into that thing.
Any other questions for Coach?
Are you guys hearing anything?
With senior night coming up, do you have any perspective on the night?
Well, it sure is different. You think these seniors all over the country, and I heard about it the other day somewhere else, that, the parents are standing behind the glass and the player goes and stands on the ice side of the glass. Well, I found out that's what we're doing too. So, so they, parents are going to be in town. Our players are going to be with their parents during the weekend, but we're going to take a picture with them on the other side of the glass. So I'm not sure that really makes a lot of sense, but it's that year for everything. Everything, but no matter what, I'm sure that, we don't have a lot of seniors, but I'm sure their parents are all going to be here, and we want to make it a special weekend. The best way you can do it, especially this weekend, is for us to, go out on a winning note for that group, and know that they've done all they can to raise this program back to where where we think it belongs. And yeah, they're a great group. I've been around this group for 3 years. They're really a high quality group of young men. And the biggest thing is they want to win here at the end of the year, and not just this weekend, but keep it going. And they got a chance to keep playing.
For you personally, did the time off? I mean, were you able to get away from it a little bit, or how do you spend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, you sit there on a Friday and Saturday night, and you're watching hockey on TV, and if it goes into overtime, you don't really care. Yeah, you do. But it all comes back to you on Monday, though. You get right back into your wheelhouse on Monday.
Sammy, what do you take away from the series in Ann Arbor back in December? A lot was made about the fact that you were missing 3 defensemen, plus you were missing Brandon McManus. They were missing a bunch of forwards. Can you still take some things away from what you saw of the Wolverines then?
Yeah, I mean, they're a great team, and they're gonna be coming in. They're gonna be ready to play. So we just gotta play our hockey and be ready to go.
Most of the attention's obviously within your own locker room, but what do you see on film when you watch this Michigan team with the players back that weren't there in the previous series?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they got a ton of skill, and they can make plays. And when we have turnovers and not being disciplined, they'll make us pay for it. So that's something that we got to have detail on, and I mean, just be ready to go for right from the start.
Sammy, how was the time off? To have 12 days without a game, a little bit of a physical and mental break, or you getting a little itchy now?
Yeah, I mean, definitely we want to get back on the ice and play some games. But it was nice to have a little break and just kind of reset and catch up on homework and whatnot.
Brandon had hinted you guys did a lot of team bonding over some card games. Is there a favorite game you guys play? Is there anybody that's a card shark on the team that you got to look out for?
I would say Blake loves his card games. I'm not that big of a card guy. The freshmen actually love their like magic card tricks or whatever you want to call it. So you got to watch out for those guys. But yeah, no, we love just hanging out and chilling and playing cards.
Any additional questions for Sammy?
Sammy, do you think, not to bring up a bad memory, but do you think about a year ago, going into the final weekend against Michigan, and very similar situation where a win would have given you a share of the Big Ten title? Is it, do you owe them one maybe or something? How do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely in the back of our mind. But I mean, for us, it's just another game, and we gotta play our game. And I mean, this is a fun time of year because you're playing for something, and we're just gonna have fun with it.
Your coaches said, you play for the trophy that they give out in April. That's the one everybody really wants. But with that said, what would a Big Ten title mean to you as a captain?
Yeah, no, I mean, it'd be unbelievable. Any trophy, any banner that you win, obviously it's awesome and amazing, and that's something that we're striving for.
Your coach mentioned you guys spent a lot of time on the power play over the last couple of weeks, and that he likes it when you're moving the puck quickly. How do you foster that kind of playmaking on the ice and then take it from practice into the game?
Yeah, I mean, power plays are good when they're moving the puck and using each other, and that's something that we've been working on and kind of bring that to the game. I mean, they're a great team and they're good at killing, so I think that's something that's got to be on this weekend, is we gotta win the special teams.
Is the biggest key against Michigan getting the puck up the ice, or is it once you get in the zone?
It's both. I mean, I think our speed and transitioning up the ice is gotta be on. And then, obviously when we get in the zone, we gotta control it and possess the puck and, keep it in the offensive zone.
We'll say last call for questions for Sammy.
Sammy, a lot's up in the air about, guys that could come back next year with the extra year of eligibility, but, what do you think of this senior class? Is potentially their last games at this rink?
Well, we have a great senior class, and it's a couple of guys that I've known, most of my life, and so good friendships, and it'll be fun to have senior night, and hopefully we can get a couple wins.